When you first step in, you get this log from the crewmates before you, and you realize that their plant experiments just went haywire and the plants became radioactive. They have left you like these like puzzles or like logs that are somewhat incomplete to help you as you try to fix their ship. The main puzzles in their room is the UV passcodes, the binary box that goes into the plant ordering, the remote rovers, material robot sampler fleet, the circuit airlock puzzle, the laser maze, and the rover patent puzzle. They've hidden like passcodes on some of the plants scattered throughout the room. So you find this UV flashlight, and if you shine on some things, first you won't see much, but then you realize there's like a username that in this case is seed and a password that says starship. Then you can put that into the terminal.
Once you register all those plants in your terminal, an alarm goes off and you have to override the security of the computer. But once you do so, the terminal tries to open the curtain or the door, but it fails to because the conductive wiring for the door is no longer there, it's missing.
Okay, what are we supposed to do? Conductive material, required for missing wiring. Well, the whole wall is conductive material.
Right.
I have to deploy a robot fleet, a material sampler robot fleet, to go get these wires.
We originally wanted a portal. We wanted some sort of like teleportation where it's like, oh, you do one thing and something comes out the other end. And we realized quickly that was kind of infeasible. So we switched this idea of a video game where there's this aspect of you're exploring this outside space, which you can't interact with physically, but it would trigger something physical in the room to drop, which is what we connected to like the ball dropping mechanism.
So we secretly walked them in through the curtain, but I think people like kind of forget that because they have their eyes closed. So it's really nice to see like their reactions when they realize, hey, there's like a whole nother part of the room left, and they just like see this like blanket fall down in front of them.
The laser maze puzzle is just learning how to route the laser out of the maze. So you do that with a series of reflecting mirrors, small mirrors inside the maze, which you can turn. Of course, you need the reflective surface, right? So we need to open the safe. So the other puzzle is, you notice that there are figurines around the rooms, patents, patent posters. So you have to match each of these figurines to their corresponding poster and find some number associated with them.
Fun thing about these guys is that there's a change in color on them, and that helps map to particular numbers that participants have to put into a padlock to get a 4-digit code. This was definitely like a non-trivial part of the project to make this exciting for people.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, that's cool.
Really fun, you know, seeing people figure out like putting two and two together that they need to look on the walls. So we give figurines like these guys, like these with the different colors in them, all throughout the room. And then there's always someone who realizes like, oh my gosh, this figurine, you know, it matches on the wall here. And then they see, you know, the different colors, and then they notice like, okay, it's 10. And then people, you know, find this guy, and then they realize, oh my gosh, you know, there's a fighter jet down here, you know, it's probably 56. And then we have a few more, and then they all are able to put them together into the puzzle. And it's really cool to see people, because, you know, they're also looking at the rover and be like, oh, this is cool, you know, it's a nice prop, but it actually does have relevance to the room. And we think that that's pretty fun for people.
Cumulatively, it ends up in you directing the laser, the secondary laser, into the final target on the wall. And that's when the celebratory music plays and the escape room is completed.
We only spent 45 minutes on the video game.
over the past 4 years, we've made a lot of really great friends and worked on a lot of pretty cool like robotics and like I guess like CS related things, like just do clubs and like schoolwork. And we had like all the skills needed for it, and thankfully some time. And we just thought we'd, you know, like just engineer something fun for the sake of making something cool, and really like put all our time into it.
Oh, that breadboard is neat.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Doesn't that look
Oh my god.
Definitely a huge project, but we're very glad that everything came together.